brucksnightguard.com and order yours today.
At Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Hello, I'm Taylor Sloan with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
The weather is warming up and spring is just around the corner at Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. I'm Craig Miller and we've got something for everyone. From bulk materials like sand, gravel, and mulch to beautiful outdoor decor to make your outdoor living space the envy of the neighborhood. See our beautiful selection of Mazzarelli fountains, flowers to brighten your garden, and an outdoor center loaded with beautiful decor. Whether you need a little or a lot, visit Miller Sand and Landscape Supply.
Good evening and welcome to the TV24 News. We are proud to partner with the Anniston Star to bring you the latest and most comprehensive news from around our region. Stay with us for the stories that matter most, brought to you by the trusted journalism of the Anniston Star and our dedicated team here at WEAC TV24.
Good evening and welcome to the TV24 News. I'm Lacey Clons.
And I'm Dottie Rimpsey.
And today is Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. A Talladega man and an Oxford man got caught trespassing at a state prison earlier this week. They had a Pringles can that contained 5 knives and 2 sets of digital scales. 20-year-old Terrence Bronte Green of Talladega and 24-year-old Sabian A. Truss of Oxford have each been charged with promotion of prison contraband in the first degree. Both men were given $2,500 bonds. According to court documents, the 2 men were spotted dressed all in black, trespassing on the grounds of Bullock Correctional Facility. The dogs were called in, and the 2 men were caught after being tracked to a wooded area near the prison. The Pringles can was recovered, and both men admitted that they intended to get the knives and scales into the prison. They also had a cell phone with satellite images of the prison and lines pointing toward a dormitory where they intended to throw the contraband items over the fence. A Talladega woman was recently honored by the Council of Organizations Serving Deaf Americans for her service to the community. Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services staff member Tamara Hardaway of Talladega earned the Service to Community Award, honoring her exemplary service to deaf and hard of hearing individuals in the community. Jamie Glass of Homewood earned an award from the same organization, the Earl Lindsay Lifetime Achievement Award, in appreciation of his years of service and contributions. The Council of Organizations Serving Deaf Alabamians is a consortium of Alabama agencies and organizations whose mission is service to individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing, or programs with broader missions that have an identifiable significant component of services to deaf and or hard of hearing individuals.
And Alabama is looking ahead and preparing for the future to maintain a sustainable, competitive economic environment. And Phil Webb, president and CEO of Webb Concrete, well, he'll play a big part in this initiative. You see, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has appointed Webb to chair the newly established Alabama Workforce Board, which marks a major milestone in the Alabama Workforce Transformation Act. That's all part of the Working for Alabama legislative package, which Ivey signed into law earlier this year. Now, the board and executive committee will place members of business and industry at the forefront of decisions related to Alabama's public workforce. Ivey says she's proud to assemble a group of the state's business and industry leaders to work with the state to streamline workforce development efforts, and that although progress has been made in increasing the state's low labor force participation rate, she says there is still much work to accomplish. And speaking of accomplishments, the Childersburg City Council has awarded Hurst Construction of Munford the bid for renovating the former medical surgical building that's to become the city's new police and judicial complex. The city acquired the over 10,000 square foot building that's on U.S. Highway 280 just last fall. Once the work is complete, the building will house the Childersburg Police Department and the Municipal Court Office. The cost of that project will be well over $2 million. It's going to be paid with cash on hand from bond proceeds and other non-general fund monies.
The Anniston Museums and Gardens property was bursting with life this past Saturday as everyone strolled through the gardens, parking lots, exhibits, and event spaces while taking advantage of the annual free museum day. Education Director Amy Gray said the free day is a way to thank the community for supporting the museums. Caitlin Archer said she had lived in Anniston for around 10 years before learning what all the museums had to offer. She stated, "It's just great that there's something like this in town that we can go to as a family." The 44th annual Woodstock 5K for 2025 has been selected as the Roadrunners Club of America National 5K Championship. The race will take place on August 2nd, and according to a news release from the Anniston Runners Club, the race that runs along Anniston's Woodstock Avenue is a storied fixture of the Calhoun County area. The RRCA's distinction marks the 18th time that the Woodstock 5K has hosted a championship race, including 7 national championships, 5 regional championships, and 6 state championships. All proceeds from the race benefit local schools, organizations, and the ARC of Calhoun and Cleburne counties.
Well, more than 300 older residents came out to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. That was on Wednesday last week to celebrate the National Senior Day with food, games, good friends, and good times for all. The event was organized and hosted by Lakeisha Maxwell. She's a director of Maxi VZ, that's the Senior Adult Center there. The seniors themselves came not only from the Marble City, but also neighboring communities, including Oak Grove and Munford. Some came as far away as Alexander City. Red Hat ladies were out in force, along with a contingent of residents from Coosa Valley Nursing Home. And 2 groups dedicated to preserving the environment and the value of Alabama rivers will present short films about the Coosa River. That's going to happen next month. Coosa River Keeper has partnered with the Alabama Rivers Alliance to present River Wheels and Tales, a night of film and discussion about the Coosa River. The series kicks off at Talladega's historic Ritz Theater. That's going to take place on Thursday, September 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. After that, the event travels on over to Gadsden, Wilsonville, and Wetumpka.
Welcome to our Community Spotlight. Today, we have animal advocates for Calhoun County.
Hey Calhoun County, my name is Chrissy Smith and I am with Animal Advocates for Calhoun County. We are a newly formed 501c3 volunteer-based group in Anniston that our main goal is to advocate for people who foster, shelter, and rescue pets, as well as to become a resource for existing pet owners in Calhoun County. Our goal is to reach existing pet owners where they are, find out what the needs are in order to decrease the amount of owner surrender in Calhoun County. We are currently working on 2 initiatives. One is our free microchipping events. We just finished one in August, and we have another one planned in October. It's a free microchipping event to microchip your pet, which is a great way to ensure that if your pet was lost or ends up stray, they're reunited with you. We also are working on becoming a pet pantry in Calhoun County. We would then be able to team up with food pantry programs to identify people who may need a little extra help feeding their animals. We'd also hoping that we can use that community outreach to identify other needs that existing pet owners have. The whole goal is to decrease the amount of owner surrender and stray animals, which decreases the amount of animals that enter our shelters. And we have a flyer that I think we can put up that will give our information. If you're interested in helping or volunteering, please follow our Facebook page. We are Animal Advocates for Calhoun County. We have a Facebook page. If you will follow us, we'd love to have your support. If you'll share the page, if you're interested in donating, there's information on the page as well, or you can email us if you're interested in volunteering. Flyers on the screen, and we'd love to have your support.
Now let's check in with TV 24's very own meteorologist, Allie Bobo, for a sneak peek at the weather.
I'm meteorologist Allie Bobo, and this is your WEAC TV 24 weather outlook, where we cover all your local area weather needs. Will fall weather return? And how extreme will this heat be? And do we have any chances of severe storms anytime soon? And is there something right now brewing in the Atlantic? You'll find out coming up next.
May not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models. You got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
Hi everybody, I'm Eli Gold, and I want to invite you to tune in to Jack State Live, a look at the campus and athletic department at Jack State, followed by the Coach Rich Rod Show, where we will break down and preview the next football game for the Gamecocks.
I'm Alan Parnell, Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back to the TV 24 News. The Talladega Parks and Recreation Youth Archery team brought home a slew of trophies at the Alabama Recreation and Parks Association State Tournament last weekend in Dothan, Alabama. In the 12 and under girls division, Queen Earth earned first place, Abby Smith placed second, and Isabel Heron, she won third. Levi Scaffey took first in the 12 and under boys division for the second year in a row. And Deanna Heron, she took home third in the 14th and under girls division. In addition to being one of the oldest sports in the world, Archery is among the nation's fastest growing sports. Talladega Parks and Recreation formed its first archery team back in 2017. And the great musical acts of all kinds of treats and food and an evening of relaxing on the lake shore will be crucial elements of the very first Rockin' Dock to be held at the Pell City's Lakeside Park area. That's going to take place on Sunday, September the 1st. The free occasion gets underway just about 5 p.m. and is expected to continue till about 10 p.m. You can drive in, boat in, and bring your chairs for a first-time treat from Pell City's Center for Education and Performing Arts. Along with the musical entertainment, Rockin' Dock will air the live TV broadcast of the LSU football game. Parking will be open along the park areas and adjoining ball fields. Parking lots and boaters can cruise in and dock along the shoreline to take in the shows.
With the difficulty parents have finding quality, affordable child care in Alabama, more and more families are turning to relatives to provide that care. This includes grandparents, aunts, uncles, or older siblings who take care of children under the age of 13. If you relate, then look no further than Kids and Kin. Kids and Kin is designed to support, educate, and empower these relatives with tools to improve children's and caregivers' lives. The program offers educational opportunities and valuable information on child development at no cost to participants. Kids and Kin holds at least 2 classes every month in every Alabama county and uses the same curriculum, which has been approved for the education requirements of the state's licensed home daycare program. Patrons at Talladega's Tractor Supply store got a little extra treat last Saturday morning. Love and Hope Rescue, which is an animal rescue organization founded in Clay County a little less than a year ago, hosted an adoption event for some of the animals currently in its care, named Kojak, Brownie, Picotti, and Sprocket. 4 dogs of varying ages, sizes, and ancestries greeted customers coming into the store and were richly rewarded with various treats. Love and Hope Rescue is also looking to start a spay and neuter program at some point in the near future.
Aww,
I love that so much.
The poor doggies. One of them is named, what was his name there you mentioned? Was it Kojak?
It was something like Kojak, yeah.
I like that. I thought that was really cute.
It is cute. Are you a dog person? I'm a dog person.
I love dogs. I don't have one, but I'm going to get one in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I feel like when my life kind of settles down a little bit more, I'll have time for a poor little doggy.
Oh,
yeah, I just love
one day
them.
for me, I do too.
Yeah.
Well, coming up, your area weather right here on the TV 24 News, presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
May not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models, you got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Hey everybody, I'm Larry May. I've been in the entertainment business for over 25 years. I've written for the local paper. I've interviewed a lot of touring artists and local artists here. And what I figured out is how much talent we have here in Alabama. That's why we put a new show together for you called Entertainment Alabama. Come watch us for the hottest new acts and some of your favorites that are national touring artists.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
At Pell Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Allie Bobo, and this is your WEAC TV 24 Weather Outlook, where we cover all your local weather area needs. And boy, hasn't it been very miserably hot outside. In fact, right now what we need is for that fall weather to come back to our area to the south, because it's been way too hot. And by hot, I mean hot. It has been feeling above the 90s. Today it felt like 101 degrees, and tomorrow it's not any better. In fact, even though we have clouds coming in on Thursday, it will feel like 105 degrees. And if you're outside, keep hydrated. And if you get overheated, go indoors and keep cool, because this heat is nothing to play around about. It is seriously hot. And it looks like next week we got some changes in our system, but let's take a look at the evening forecast, and hopefully it will be a little bit comfortable next few days. It's going to be in the low 70s with 72 tonight and 74 tomorrow and 73 on Wednesday. Beautiful crystal clear nights are coming up ahead, and great night for stargazing. In fact, I did that the other night, and boy, it is just breathtaking outside. Now, let's go ahead to our extended forecast so we know what to expect for the Friday football games. Now, I hope you remember me mentioning last week about possible chance of rain and thunderstorms if that low front did move through our area. Well, here we are, and that system will be here Friday afternoon with scattered thunderstorms that will last throughout the weekend and into next week. I will be watching the system if it gets too bad, conditions are too rough and unfavorable for Friday night. Now, even though rain and thunderstorms are expected in the forecast on Friday, it is still going to be miserably hot. 102 degrees is expected, and this weekend is not going to be any better. This is all thanks to humidity that will be ramping up these storms in the afternoon. Now, next week, rain is still expected, but seems to be some changes coming up in the forecast as well. Now, models are showing rain on Friday, mostly in East Alabama, as you can see coming up. Now, even though it is showing that, it is summertime, and models are not always correct of where storms will be for sure and how much an area will get rainfall. If the system does the same pattern as of Friday a few weeks ago, it will be mostly pop-up showers and will have some damaging winds with it. We will monitor this system as it gets closer to Friday and the weekend. Now, it seems like the Atlantic Basin is waking up from her slumber, and there is a 40% chance that a tropical wave may form next week or the week after in this area right here. You can see warm waters will help fuel it, and this is thanks to us being in hurricane season and a La Nina. And right here is the area that we are most concerned about. This is in the Atlantic, and I'm meteorologist Allie Bobo, and this is your WEAC TV 24 Weather Outlook. Coming up next, sports.
Hello, I'm Ellen Tibbetts Hurst with your WEAC TV 24 Sports. Here at WEAC TV 24, we would like to extend our condolences to the family and friends of Caden Tellier. Caden was a quarterback for Morgan Academy in Selma, Alabama. The 16-year-old player suffered a brain injury during the football game against Southern Academy. He was airlifted to UAB. Caden's mom posted on social media saying so many people have been touched by the way her son lived, and now lives will be saving through his passing. Caden was an organ donor. Coach Hugh Freeze opened Monday's press conference with a dedication for Caden, and Morgan Academy held a memorial service on Monday in the gym. Our condolences. Jacksonville State University has announced that alum and longtime assistant Julie Boland will be the next head coach for Gamecock softball. She replaces Jana McGinnis after her retirement, which was announced on August 5th. McGinnis was a softball coach for 31 years, and Boland served as her assistant since 2002. Lots of Jack State sports to watch this week, like soccer, volleyball, cross country is seen here, and of course football. And lots of folks finding interest in those Gamecocks during the football camp. Look at all the scouts that visited the Gym of the Hills. Isn't that fantastic? Coach Rich Rodriguez kicked off the season with his Coach Rich Rod show from the Apothecary in Jacksonville last night. Coach Rodriguez and his Gamecocks will be without local Jacksonville High School Ron Wiggins for at least the first half of the regular season. The running back will be out due to a ligament issue in one of his toes, in which he had surgery on yesterday. Initially, they thought it was turf toe, but now after having surgery, they hope he can make a comeback towards the end of the season. 10 weeks means he can return for the Liberty game on October 30th, but Coach Rich Rod stated he can get redshirted as well. The only other injury to report is Dallin Wright, a wide receiver that transferred from Virginia Tech. Coach Rodriguez also announced Monday that Smothers, the return of the quarterback Logan Smothers, and Furman transfer Tyler Huff will be co-starters for the Gamecocks Thursday against the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. He did say that we shouldn't count out seeing other quarterbacks like UConn's transfer Zion Turner. He stated that who will actually earn the start is something that he will announce when Jack State takes their first offensive snaps of the season. Make sure to head to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium this Thursday night. It's a red out too, wear your red. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. to see your Jack State Gamecocks take on the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, which leads me to today's Tibbetts' Tidbits. Y'all, I was very fortunate this week to be able to talk to Coach Rick Trickett. Here he is with my husband and I, the offensive line coach for the University of Jacksonville State University. I also had the pleasure to speak to his son, Travis Trickett, offensive coordinator for the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. You see where I'm going with this? It was an honor to be able to interview them both, and I asked Coach Rick Trickett how he got into coaching. Well, he stated that all his life, ever since he was a little kid, around 9 to 10 years old, he knew he wanted to coach. He loved the game, the competition, learning about it, getting better, just everything there was about football. He stated that his biggest influence was his high school coach, Charles Leverett. Coach Leverett coached Trickett at Mary G. Montgomery. Coach told me that Coach Leverett was confident, cocky, and could get you going. Coach stated that Leverett is still living actually, and he's in his 90s. I also asked him who influenced him besides his high school coach. He gave me a list of names like Bobby Bowden, Nick Saban, Jackie Sherrill, Rich Rodriguez. Yes, he coached under all of them. Coach Trickett served in the U.S. Marines during Vietnam, and we thank you for your service to our country, Coach. And I'm sure that played a pretty big role in his coaching and teaching style as well. Prior to coming to Jacksonville State, Coach Rick Trickett was coaching at his alma mater, Glenville State College, a Division II school. He then was offered to help at La Monroe for a few weeks when Terry Bowden called him, and of course he went to help. And he was going to West Virginia before heading home to Florida when he gets a call from Coach Rich Rod. Hey, stop by Jack State on your way, and well, the rest is history. Jacksonville State got a legend in Trickett. Just look at these stats. Over 50 years of experience, over 40 all-conference linemen. Now he's pushing 40 in the NFL, 2 Remington Trophy winners with another one on the watch list this year for Jack State's Clay Webb. Success follows Coach Rick Trickett wherever he goes. His resume is just surreal. We would be here all day talking about all his accomplishments, but I'll say this, he is definitely proud of his accomplishment as a father and his 3 sons. Clint Trickett, who coaches at Georgia Southern, Chance Trickett, who works with the Los Angeles Rams, and Travis Trickett, the offensive coordinator at Coastal Carolina. I spoke to Travis yesterday, and he told me that 100% that his dad was his biggest influence to being a coach. He stated the concept really kicked in during elementary school, but that his dad always told him, don't coach, be a doctor or a lawyer. Travis stated his dad always tried to talk them out of it. He then stated that it was after his junior year in high school, and he definitely knew then he wanted to be a coach. He said he was scared to tell his dad, but he did. He said, Dad, I know what I want to do. I want to coach. And Coach Rick Trickett, in true Trickett style, told his son, well, I'm not helping you. You got to do it on your own. And so he did. He played for West Virginia, and after graduation, he went to work. His biggest influences came as a graduate assistant working under Nick Saban in 2007, Rich Rod at West Virginia, and then working at Florida State, being around those coaches. And he said that West Virginia's coach, Neil Brown, was a big influence on him as well. He said he definitely had to work to get where he is, but that he watched his dad. He expressed how great it was to see the impact of his dad on his players, not just during the time they were playing for him, but for the rest of their lives. He said, that is what I want to do. Travis said his mom is very proud, but probably stays stressed out a lot. And I bet. That's a lot of coaches and teams to keep up with and hoping that they all win. But 2 of them meet for the second time this Thursday. Both Trickett coaches stated that last year there was a lot of teasing and cutting up. Even the other two sons joined in on the fun last year. But now that Jack State's season went better last year than everyone thought, well, it's a little more serious business this go round. Travis states they are matched pretty evenly and it will come down to who prepared the best. Coach Rick Trickett states that it will be an interesting battle. His son got the upper hand last year, so they're going to need that W. Travis states that JSU is always good. They are always physical. He definitely learned that in 2013 when he was coaching at Sanford and came to Burgess Snow for an FCS playoff game, and it didn't turn out well for Sanford. He says there's a little mystery on both sides now, as well as Jack State has a new defensive coordinator and Coastal Carolina has some new faces as well. Final words, which were by far my favorite of both interviews. Coach Rick Trickett stated, quote, "I enjoy watching, helping, and teaching kids to get better, making them a better player in person than he was yesterday." And Coach Travis Trickett, he stated, quote, "Everything my dad did or didn't do for me prepared me. He's a great coach, but he's an even better father." Wow, how about that Trickett effect? Good men, both of them. This concludes today's Tibbetts' Tidbit, the Trickett Effect edition. I'm Ellen Ann, and I approve this message. And if you have a sports story, email me at ellen@tv24.tv, and if I write a tidbit about it, you'll get a free Tidbit t-shirt. Till next time, sports fans, see you next time.
We want to thank you for watching the TV24 News, proudly partnered with the Anniston Star. Stay connected with us online and on social media for the latest updates. From all of us here, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
May not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 2014 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox, 24 models. You got it, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Sunny King Ford in Anniston, Oxford is less than half a mile from I-20. Take exit 185 and head north on Alabama 21 for 0.4 miles. When you top the hill entering Anniston, you'll see us on the right.